Welcome to qnawire.
Hello student, in this question we're asked to explain the process of digestion and absorption of nutrients starting from the mouth till the anus. First, the mouth. Mouth is meant for mastication, that is for chewing, and also it produces saliva from the salivary glands. It produces ghrelin, which is salivary amylase. This salivary amylase acts on starch to produce maltose. Then the food then goes to the esophagus. This connects the mouth to the stomach. Then we have the stomach. The function of the stomach is for churning and temporary storage. The stomach secretes gastric juice and hydrochloric acid. It also secretes enzymes such as pepsin, which acts on proteins to produce peptides. It also produces renin. In case of infants, renin digests casein present in milk. Then in the stomach, the food is then stored for a few hours and then it goes to the small intestine. The small intestine is divided into duodenum. What happens in the duodenum is that bile is poured into the duodenum, and the function of bile is for emulsification of fats, also making food alkaline. Why does it make food alkaline? Because the food was stored in the stomach, and the stomach is highly acidic, and when the food now comes to the small intestine, it should be made alkaline by bile. Then it also produces enzymes such as amylopsin. Amylopsin acts on starch to produce meat. Maltose. It also produces, this is the first enzyme. The next enzyme is trypsin, which acts on proteins to give small peptides and amino acids, and it also produces stearin, which acts on emulsified fats to produce glycerol and fatty acids. Then we come to the ileum, which is the next part of the small intestine, and in the ileum, intestinal juices are secreted, and this intestinal juices contains enzymes such as erepsin. Again, this acts on proteins and peptides. It produces the enzyme maltase, which acts on maltose to give glucose. It produces the enzyme sucrase, which acts on sucrose to form glucose and fructose. And it produces the enzyme lactase, which acts on lactose to form glucose and galactose. And it also produces the enzyme intestinal lipase. This acts on fats to produce fatty acids and glycerol. Then after all of this has been digested in the small intestine, we then come to the large intestine, whereby the function of the large intestine is only to absorb water and some remnants of the digested food. Then finally we come to the anus or the rectum. This temporarily stores the undigested food and waste, out of which it comes out. Now that was digestion. Now let us come to absorption. Absorption takes place in the small intestine via the surface, the inner surface of the small intestine. And what makes this possible? It is the villi. It is the villi that makes absorption of digested food possible in the small intestine. And there are two ways by which the digested food are absorbed. One is the hepatic portal system, and the other is the lymphatic system. Substances such as amino acids, sugars, vitamins are absorbed via the hepatic portal system, and that is through the liver, whereas fatty acid and glycerol are being absorbed through the lymphatic system. Hope you found the video useful. Thank you.